With catchy tunes, polished dance moves and attractive artists, South Korean pop is drawing fans around the world. Known as K-pop, it's worth tens of millions of dollars and is seen by South Korea as a soft power tool in East Asia diplomacy. But not everything glitters in an industry fueled by nationalism and corporate dominance, with punishing artist contracts and factory-style methods of manufacturing pop stars. I'm Drew Ambrose. On this edition of 101 East, we ask if South Korea's pop phenomenon is a cultural revolution that will last. For centuries, South Korea has had a sense of rhythm. At the National Theatre in Seoul, ancient folk instruments remain part of the music landscape through drumming ensembles like Samulgwande. But the culture connoisseurs are well aware the times they are a-changing.
I'm a bit sad about the dominance of pop culture here. People don't want to listen to enchanting and original traditional music.
It's not the fault of the youth. Westernization emerged after the Korean War and our traditions are now fading away and becoming forgotten. That's the tragic history of our nation.
Traditional music should really be more well-known before K-pop. Only then we can send our country spirit across the world.
There is certainly spirit in this TV studio, and it's beamed live to 72 countries around the world every Friday. Music Bank, South Korea's biggest pop program, is holding final rehearsals with one of K-pop's top bands, the Wonder Girls. As act after act performs on stage, die-hard fans watch on, hooked by the harmonies and hysteria.
The performers look elegant. They treat their fans well, unlike other countries. That's why foreigners like K-pop. It's refreshing and mysterious.
Their dances and songs are nice. There's amazing visuals and their melodies are infectious.
K-pop stars are so well prepared and passionate when performing. They practice a lot to look so synchronized.
With space-age sabres and sultry dance moves, Rania is one of the new K-pop bands performing tonight. Named after the Queen of Jordan, this 7-piece girl band was formed purely with the international music market in mind. One of Michael Jackson's former producers penned songs on their debut album, but it's not only about the tunes. Band members were chosen for their height and good looks.
3, 2, 1.
Makeup and hairstyle is extremely important. When I'm shown on TV, it's my face they see. Whether I'm seen as cute, sexy or strong that day, the visual aspect is very important.
3, 2, 1.
The Korean culture industry is worth over $3 billion, generated largely by promotion and performance. So it's a non-stop program of pop, pop, pop. Rania's schedule is exhausting, often ending late into the night. So this whole process of hair and performing and doing it again and again and again, it must get very tiring.
Yes, it is. Every day it's like this, but I get used to it. I catch up with my sleep while I'm in the car and in the salon.
What makes K-pop stand out from other Asian music scenes is how actively the industry is trying to attract foreign fans. Rania studies Mandarin, English and Japanese in a country where few fans know a foreign language. They also have Joy, an international member from Thailand, who finds the pop scene here unique in its intensity.
In Korean, we use very strong and power, and strong music, strong performance. Everything must be perfect. Japan pop music, they just move like too cute, and the dance is not too much. Very powerful performance, but in Korean, your move must be bigger. And if you want to be cute, you have to be very cute, and if you want to be sexy, you have to be very, very sexy.
The CEO of the entertainment agency that created Rania says K-pop success lies in high production music videos and overseas sales.
South Korea is a small country with limits. To generate revenue here, we have to look overseas. We are an IT powerhouse through SMS and the online market. We've built a know-how and have repeated it with success.
It's places like here where global interest in Korean pop culture began. Don't be fooled by these ancient surroundings. We're on a television set. South Korean period dramas and soaps have grown in popularity over the last decade around the world, from neighbouring Japan all the way through to Iran. Different programs appeal for their fantasy backgrounds, complex family dramas, or rags to riches storylines. Pop culture experts say Korean products resonate with international audiences in a different way to Hollywood.
As far as I know, American culture is pretty much based on individuality and independence. I think that's the big differences. But in Korean cultures, or even like East Asian or Middle East, the culture is pretty much based on kind of interrelationships and how we can keep traditional or family values. Even though Korean has changed dramatically and we become westernized a lot.
But pop culture has become more than entertainment here. Today, it's a growing form of soft power. A way for this small country to compete with its North Asian neighbours. China even coined this phenomenon as the Korean wave.
매우 정확합니다. 그러니까 지금 초기에는
In the beginning, the wave was led by agencies and performers. After the year 2000, South Korea supported it in a systematic way. From our perspective, it's our pride and self-esteem. The government provides support for such business.
The Korean wave now encompasses everything lifestyle related, from cosmetics to fashion to computer games. It even extends to tourism. Foreign fans are coming here en masse to get a look at Korean life firsthand.
이 K-팝을 통한 한국에 대한 이미지 상승은
The number of K-pop tourists has increased compared with 2009. 8.8 million people visited South Korea in 2010. That's up by 12.5%. The image of K-pop also helps to boost the overall image of South Korea and create growth in related industries such as cars and IT.
Pop culture has helped revive South Korea's economy. It was one of the countries badly affected by the 1997 Asian financial crisis. And whether it's music or other pop products, the industry here is very good at selling sensation, and it's taking idol worship to new levels. Seoul has always been a regional mecca for plastic surgery. But today, more and more foreigners are coming here to look like Korean stars.
I have been watching a lot of Korean TV dramas, and I find that all the Korean stars are very beautiful, even without makeup. They look very natural. I have been influenced by them.
27-year-old Minnie from mainland China wants a higher nose bridge and a smaller jawline.
I have a friend who underwent surgery in South Korea, and I found the outcome to be very good. That's why I came here.
Normally patients bring in photos of their favourite Korean stars. But I'm using the surgery's 3D modelling system to see what facial changes would be required to look like a pop star. The surgeon says he'd make my eyes wider and compress my nose so it's slender. And so these are quite common operations that are done here?
Yeah, very popular procedure. Yeah.
And how much would an operation like this cost?
About this operation, maybe $2,500 US, more than, and about the rhinoplasty, it may be $4,000 or $5,000 US, and maybe about the genioplasty, it may be $3,000 or $4,000 US.
It's this relentless pursuit of perfection and conformity that sets South Korea's pop factory apart from other international markets. Virtually all bands here are manufactured by entertainment agencies through a regimented grooming scheme. Rania's agency has invested 4 years and $1.3 million into building this group.
The band debuted with 7 members, but we started with 40 members. We taught them etiquette, foreign language, how to deal with performance stress, taekwondo, as well as various vocal and dance styles. That's how the 4 years went past. The only survivors were the 7 band members.
Some aspiring stars are just 13 when they begin this rigorous approach to South Korean star making. Along with an intense training schedule, Rania were put on a strict protein diet. And the restrictions don't end there.
No boyfriends, no scandals. The rules are in the contract. We don't force them, we educate them, as fans have high expectations, like a younger brother or boyfriend. The members need to remain mysterious. Every entertainment agency, big or small, does the same.
The pursuit of fame always carries sacrifices. But this is an industry where trainee stars have little financial power. Joy is upfront about how hard the grooming process can be.
All day, like 12 hours, you have to stay in the practice room. You have to cut the contract with family, friend, or you have no time. You spend all of your time. You cannot go to school or shopping with your friend or do anything. Every time, every day is practice. Before we debut, we don't have phone. We cannot call or hang out with friends, or of course no boyfriend. I want to meet my family. Yeah, I want to spend the time with them. Want to talk. Yeah, I want to have a dinner with my family, want to hug my mom, want to say, "Oh Mom, I love you, I miss him so much."
Baby, I'm so lonely. I'm so lonely.
In the West, agents represent artists, and it's the record companies that produce the music. But Korea's pop industry is shaped, controlled, and run by entertainment agencies. So just show me some of your records. What is Lim Jin-mo is considered one of K-pop's most influential commentators. He says South Korea's industry has a limited lifespan.
As a critic, I point out it's an entertainment agency-orientated business. You always think of commercialization to generate revenue. I'm worried about that. The market needs to be diversified. The issue with K-pop lies there.
Some of K-pop's biggest acts have been embroiled in legal disputes over punishing contracts with their entertainment agencies. In 2011, 3 members of the group Kara claimed they were being overbooked and denied their fair share of profits. Another boy band, TVXQ, split into 2 groups, with some members describing their 13-year agreement as a slave contract, prompting the government to take action.
그래서 2009년부터
Contract issues have occurred with big bands like Kara, but we've made efforts to ensure transparent contract forms for pop culture artists. Big entertainment agencies are trying to abide by this. If we stabilize South Korea's unique idol grooming system and ensure transparency of contracts, it's likely we can cope with the rapidly changing global market.
The government's culture agency has set up this support centre where artists can get legal assistance and contract advice.
In the past, individual artists were left negotiating with a major company unless you are a star. It's true there were problems with entertainment agencies. Such a situation can still happen now. With this centre, we provide legal education and educate managers on the importance of standard contracts.
In South Korea, an artist speaking publicly about their contract can end a career for good. Today, Lee tends bar at a games parlour, but he was once a promising singer who signed a contract with a well-known agency several years ago.
The problem is performers don't independently pursue their own career. They enter agencies, depend on them, and think everything will be fine. But agencies create an environment of false dreams. That's why there are many victims. There's still a lot to be done.
Now 28, Lee considers himself too old and not talented enough to sing professionally. The agency, he claims, built his hopes up and didn't give him the opportunity to release his music. Lee doesn't know where to go for artist support, but wants to terminate his contract to start an acting career.
I'm afraid of going to court. To fight for my rights is scary and it's a very sensitive issue. So I want to finish on good terms with my current talent agency. It's a company and I'm just me. If I try to sneak behind their back and do another job, the agency will find out and I might find myself facing a lawsuit.
Those in the entertainment business say that's just part of the game.
This is the dark side of Korean pop industry. It's only a natural phase we go through. The US and Japan have issues with unfair contracts. There's good and bad deals in any entertainment industry.
What supporters and critics of the industry agree on is that creativity has taken a major backseat in the pursuit of profits.
There is a certain basis to that claim that it's purely money-driven. I personally oppose production companies becoming mega-sized and listed on the stock market like some are, because they become more commercial focused because such companies think of stock values.
At singing academies, thousands practice every year, dreaming of a chance with these agencies. They're conscious of K-pop's factory line culture, but have a desire to be different.
In Korea, there are many idols. I want to be a singer who can convey my feelings to people rather than be an idol. That will set me apart from other singers.
My voice is different from other girls. They're feminine and fragile, but my voice is husky, and that's my appeal.
In a unique way, I want to have a medium-tone voice to talk to the audience as if I'm whispering to them.
Sunday morning readings for them. Still some commercial, some skin.
K-pop conquered Asia by absorbing American music and then creating products with an Eastern feel. But the industry admits there's a lack of innovation and originality within the Korean wave. K-pop remains idol-centric, and it's the music companies that control creativity.
The majority of Korean groups are built using the same formula, 5 to 7 band members in a genre limited to dance. Production agencies need to desperately come up with unique strategies and more variety. Rania is different. They are multilingual and are 170 centimeters tall, so they bring masculinity to their performances.
Rania and other K-pop acts believe true global success lies in cracking the world's biggest music market, the USA. With American representation, the band's agency believe they can succeed in a market where Korean artists have made few inroads.
We've learned lessons from past mistakes. America and South Korea have done more joint ventures, and in this age, Western music videos and information is easily downloaded compared to 10 years ago. This information motivates them to work harder.
Companies who built the brand say the only way to prolong the Korean wave is by globalizing K-pop further. That means composing songs in other languages, recruiting more international band members, and giving acts local names in target countries. Rania is now looking for a Russian or Middle Eastern member to help build more international appeal.
I think Rania team concept is good. Yeah, it's a sexy concept, so I think it's good if we can go to US. We don't know the future. Now in Korea have a lot of girl groups, so we have to fight with another girl group. We have to show how we're good. We have to show how we are.
But other cultural observers say K-pop attaining mass popularity in America is a pipe dream.
I don't think K-pop stars could have that position in the United States. The reason is Americans try to see K-pop is kind of slight avatars of American pop cultures. They do not see kind of originality they really appreciate. I mean, they can really appreciate that.
K-pop has been compared to the British invasion of the 1960s. Since that period, a cavalcade of performers have defined international music with swagger, style and individualism. Korea's pop king, Rain, was voted 2011's most influential person in a Time magazine online poll. But he's just started 21 months of compulsory military service, and there's no galvanising icon to keep the wave going.
우리한테 엘비스 프레슬리가 있어야 되고, we need Elvis Presley. We need the Beatles.
In order to keep the momentum, we have to have our own Elvis Presley. We need a band like the Beatles or Nirvana. In short, K-pop and the little dance performances will not go very far. But K-pop could create a window for world attention for good acts in our industry. With diversity, the world's attention on K-pop will spill onto our actual music industry. Then they will see our John Lennon.
South Korea believes the only way to remain a long-term cultural force is by nurturing diversity in the arts scene.
At the moment, K-pop is focusing on idol groups, so it's important to diversify K-pop and boost musical competitiveness. Therefore, it is important to provide support for indie bands in order to raise the competitiveness.
Indie rock musicians here are certainly making noise. Their alternative music is growing popular amongst university students who are bored with manufactured music. These rockers feel they offer something more.
Pop stars may practice hard, but they depend on outsiders to make their music. Our songs appeal more because they are based on real-life experiences. Because so much money is involved, pop bands have to add one thing after another. Eventually, these artists end up expressing something so far away from what they actually wanted to say.
Indie bands play music that is very much their own. In order to fine-tune that Korean sound, we'll have to work hard and keep going.
As the beat goes on in the capital of cool, Seoul could have a new soundtrack in coming decades. But for South Korea to hit the right notes on the global stage, the stars of tomorrow will need to balance style, originality and fame.